Welcome back to day 7 of our full body sweat. Let's go ahead, check in on our space, making sure we're free of hazards. We've got about 3 to 5 feet of space around us. That water bottle is nice and close by. And we'll get started by taking a great big deep breath in, lacing those fingers together. Let's lean it to the left, feeling it open up, down those lat muscles. Bring it back to center. Let's take it to the right. Feeling that left kind of in the armpit, down our rib cage, open up. Bring ourselves back to center. Let's drop down in some arm circles. Drawing those circles on the walls, great big. Setting our intention for that class today. Switching directions, let's send it backwards. Great big arm circles all the way back. Dropping those shoulders down away from those ears. Bring our right hand across. Let's hug our hand across our body with our left arm. Switching sides. Left goes across to the right. Lacing those fingers together. Let's connect them behind our backs, creating a bit of space. Open up that chest. Dropping those hands to our waists. Great big hip circles. Drawing really dramatic circles with those hips. Almost like a really big hula hoop. And really focus on when we send those booties backwards. I want you to feel a nice gentle stretch, nice gentle opening down those hamstrings, down the back of our legs. When we bring it forward, see if you can feel it right here in your hip flexors. Make it really dramatic. Switching directions. Nice gentle stretch. We shouldn't feel any pain and we shouldn't bounce into any of these stretches. Perfect. Let's step that left foot forward. In kind of a half lunge, pressing that right leg, the heel of that right leg into the ground, leaning forward. And you should feel a gentle stretch of your calf and your hamstring of that back right leg. Keeping those hips nice and square with your screen. Switching sides, left foot goes back, plant that heel down, pressing forward with those hips. Kind of like a cheater half lunge. Feeling it down those calves. Working on that ankle mobility. Ankle mobility is so important. Later in life, especially working on that balance. We think it's all about the core, but really those lower legs really do help out as well. Bring ourselves back up. Standing very gently, let's bring the right foot up, drawing circles on the ground. Ankle circles. We'll see if the mic can pick up my ankle cracking. Dropping it down. Left one. Oh, my left one doesn't feel like singing the song of its people today. Alrighty. Dropping it down. Let's just do some quick marches. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Just adding a little bit more dynamics to this warm-up. Checking in on that intensity. Getting ourselves to that point where we can talk but not sing. And this could be more all out than last time or less. Just listen to your body. Perfect. Drop it down, shake it out. Let's get right into our first superset. We're going to be supersetting a high knee to reverse lunge with some abductions. So this one you can do with your hand weights or without. I'll demonstrate without first. And the next superset I'll add those weights. First up to those high knees to lunges. We're going to bring our right knee up all the way like a really dramatic march. Drop it down, reverse lunge, drop that knee. All the way up, and drop it down. We're going to do 15 on each side, all the way up. Drop it down behind you. Hands can kind of do what I do, little T-Rex to prayer position, or you can keep them on your hips. Perfect, switching sides. Left knee will come up, high knee, drop it down. All the way up, all the way down. Not relying on our momentum here. This is controlled. This is smooth. Chest is proud. Hugging baby up and in. And 3, 2, 1. Standing up nice and straight. Placing our right hand on our right leg. We're going to abduct our hips. That means kind of like a dog at a fire hydrant. Out, in, nice and controlled. Bracing with those bellies, hugging baby up and in. All the way out. Try and keep those hips nice and square. Pelvis is tucked under your rib cage, neutral spine. And 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Left leg's going to come out. So all the way out. Nice and controlled, soft bend in our weight-bearing knee. Hips are square, hugging baby up and in. Abductions. The way I always remember abductions from school. You get abducted by aliens. Coming out and away from the body. Hugging baby up and in. Tucking in that tailbone, neutral spine. And 3, 2, 1. Take that 30-second break. Meet me right back here. I'll show you a variation with the weights. All right, right back into it. Set number 2, we're gonna go ahead into those high knees to reverse lunges, this time with a weight if you'd like to try this variation. Holding the weight right in between those hands, coming up, drop it down, all the way up. Drop it like a squat, pressing through all 4 corners of our feet. Halfway there on this left leg. Pressing through, wash my knee, make sure your knee is going in the same direction as your toe. And 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out, switch those sides. Pressing through our right foot. Knee comes up, all the way down. Keeping that chest nice and proud, shoulders away from those ears. Hugging baby up and in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's show abductions with the weight. Pressing that weight on the outside of our thigh. Stacking our rib cage above our pelvis. All the way out, abductions. Or you can just press your hand into your thigh to provide that resistance, whatever's easiest for you. And 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, shake it out, switch sides. Placing that hand side of the hip, rib cage stacked above pelvis, all the way out. Really focusing, hugging baby up and in. And keep breathing. Remember to breathe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, shake it out, grab that water. We've got one more set of these. All right, welcome back. Set number 3 of Superset A. I'm gonna do without the weights. You're welcome to grab that hand weight though. Bringing that right knee up. Drop it down like a squat. All the way up, tucking in that pelvis. Baby is being hugged up and in. Pressing forward through all four corners of our feet. Lots to remember. And 3, 2, 1. And switching those legs. If there's a more glamorous way to switch legs, let me know. I'm not very good at it. Tucking tailbone. Baby is hugged up and in. Knee comes up, pressing through all four corners of that foot. And 3, 2, 1. Abductions. Nice and wide stance. Rib cage stacked above pelvis. All the way out, all the way in. Remembering to breathe. Hugging baby up and in. We should feel right in the side of those booties, right in your hip here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Grab that water. Take a 90-second break. We'll be right back for another superset. Welcome back. We're going to get right into superset B. We're going to be supersetting alternating chest presses with alternating bent over dumbbell rows. So let's go ahead, grabbing onto those dumbbells, standing with feet shoulder width apart, hips stacked under pelvis, hugging baby up and in, engaging that core. Dumbbells are going to come up one at a time, punching forward. Elbows are just about shoulder height. We're holding our shoulders down and back, retracting and depressing our scapulas, remembering to breathe. 3 more on each side. Then we're going to pitch it forward, just about a 45-degree angle, alternating bent over rows. All right, pitch it forward. I'll show you a side view. Torso at about 45 degrees, screwing those feet in the ground. Once again, our scapula retracted and depressed, so they're back and down. And we're starting alternating lawnmowers. Bending at the elbow, bringing the dumbbell just about to hip height. All the way up. Keeping shoulders down. Remembering to breathe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drink that water, 30-second break. We'll get right back into it. Right back into it. Let's go ahead, bring those dumbbells up right about chest height. Alternating chest press. Shoulders are back and down. Chest is proud. We're hugging baby up and in. Gentle bend in those knees. All right, and we're going to pitch it forward in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Torso forward. I'll show you from the front. Shoulders are back and down, hugging baby up and in. Alternating bent over rows. Really making sure we're engaging those lats. Squeezing these dumbbells as hard as we can. Remember to breathe. You should never hold your breath during these. And 3, 2, 1. Last one on the left. 30-second break. We've got one more set of these, then just one more superset. Last one, let's go ahead. Tucking in that spine, hugging baby up and in, elbows to shoulders, alternating chest press. Punching it forward, knuckles to screen. Shoulder blades are back and down. Really focusing on isolating those pectorals, those horizontal push muscles. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, row it up. Shoulder blades are back and down. Tucking that chin. You should have a double chin while you do this. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Grab that water. Take a 90-second break. We'll be right back for our final superset. All right, we've made it. Final superset. We're going to be supersetting some alternating shoulder presses with some tricep kickbacks. So bringing the elbows up to 90 degrees, one at a time, knuckles to camera, shoulders are back and down. Kind of alternating Supermans to the ceiling. Resisting gravity on the way down. All the way up, all the way down. 5 more on each side. And then we're going to kick those elbows back, pinkies to the walls behind us. Tricep extensions. 2 and 1. Hugging baby up and in. Let's pitch it back. Kind of like we're shutting the door behind us. Really feeling that horseshoe muscle, that tricep. As we drive those pinkies behind us, we straighten out those arms with all our might. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30-second break. Let's do it again. All right, let's do it again. Bringing those elbows up just about to shoulder height. Alternating full extension shoulder press. And shoulder blades are back and down. Scapula are depressed and retracted. Hugging baby up and in. Tucking that spine. Soft bend in those knees. We should feel it right in our deltoid muscle, right in the kind of cap of our delt. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, kick it back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 30-second break. We've got one more. All right, bringing those dumbbells up. Last one. We should be feeling the burn by now. This should be really tricky. Resisting gravity on the way down. All the way up. Shoulder blades back and down. Hugging baby up and in. Knuckles to ceiling. For 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Dumbbells down, kick it back. Really big extension. Right where our kind of t-shirt stops. That's where you should feel this one. Hugging baby up and in. Shoulder blades are back and down. We're not wearing our shoulders as earrings here. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those dumbbells. Pat yourself on the back. Grab your water. Let's take it down to the mat for a cool down. All right, we're almost there. Let's just cool things down. One more time, reaching all the way up. Palms to the ceiling. Taking it to the left, feeling it open up just down the side of our body. Back to center to the right. Dropping those hands down, let's go ahead, left ear to left shoulder. You should feel a nice opening on the right side. If you have some tight traps, take your nose, point it towards the ground. Back up to center, let's go ahead, right ear to right shoulder. Feeling it there. I have really tight traps, so I'm going to go ahead and look towards the ground. If you do too, feel free to join. Lacing those fingers together, let's take it behind our back. Opening up at the chest. Dropping those down and reaching our left foot out in front of us, leaning forward, hamstring stretch. Remember, no bouncing and no causing ourselves pain. I'm not here to cause you pain. Switching sides. Just leaning forward as far as our bodies will allow. And bring ourselves back up to center. Pat yourself on the back and more importantly, grab that water. That has been day 7. We'll see you on day 8.